Alrighty then. Here we are now on Dragon Scales once again. We're over here in the bottom right-hand corner map, spotting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have our blue Protoss player coming down from the land of the Philippines. As you can see from that flag, I can see it now. Oh, it's beautiful. He's of course going to be representing T-Dow?
I think he's just teamless. I think.
Yeah, officially teamless, but going to be representing Clan T-Dow. Stands for total. I'll decide later. He is DaSh or StarDash or ExoDash.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the favorite player now in this tournament, representing Starlight Twinkle from the land of Taiwan. It is Nice.
What's the name of that Filipino snack? Like, not balut, but the other one?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I was trying to see if I could connect the initials to some kind of snack.
Yeah, it's all good. Oh god. So DaSh. Oh god, that's gonna be a little bit confusing. But DaSh, he has been doing very well for himself recently, and already in this tournament exceeding expectations, taking down Mio Micah, the king of the sea himself. Can he go further? Can he overcome and overwhelm Nice in a PvP? That's gonna be a tough ask.
Yeah, tough ask, but not impossible. You are able to take out Mio Micah. I think that Nice, depending on how good your PvP matchup is, yeah, I think Nice is totally beatable.
I think so as well. For the time being, both players are setting up for Gate Expand, so very economic openers out of our Protoss players. But both players are playing that game here of delaying their Nexuses for as long as possible, forcing out these Zealots, just trying to be as much of a nuisance as they can be.
And they're being very annoying right now. It's DaSh a little bit more, so...
Yeah, exactly. So DaSh is going to be delaying the Nexus a little bit longer. Meanwhile, it was a bigger commitment because he finished a pylon. Meanwhile, Nice has been really meticulous about canceling the pylon time and time again, so he hasn't wasted any resources. And DaSh actually goes for another gateway.
He has no intention of building a Nexus, at least not for the time being.
Yeah, a hidden gateway in the main base. So DaSh, this does scream aggression, because this is a third gateway. He can proxy a fourth gateway across the map as well. He can go for one base all in.
Yeah, the question now though is, and that's exactly what he's going for with that fourth pylon. The question is, will Nice be able to scout this? Will Nice be able to react? Because honestly, he is now throwing down his Nexus. Things are looking pretty worrisome for him.
They really are. Meanwhile, we do see Nice pushing out across the map, but we have the high ground advantage because that DaSh does shoot first. Both players are microing their hearts out there, trying to trade as best they can. We have an even amount of units.
Yeah, the Zelt does make it in, and it will confirm the lack of a Nexus. This is already suspicious, but I don't think Nice is going to be able to go up into that main base to confirm. Regardless, he knows something is coming his way, or rather, he knows that DaSh is delaying his Nexus for a reason.
Yeah, as you
mentioned, going to be put on high alert.
Yeah, like, there we go. We have 2 shield batteries on the way. We have sentries for force fields as well. The fact that Nice was able to get into the natural base and scout with his Zealot, that may have just been the game-winning move. DaSh doesn't really have a way to bypass this wall. Like, this ramp is just becoming so heavily fortified.
Yeah, his best option right now will be to try to break down that wall, but with the high ground advantage, with the shield batteries, it's a lot easier said than done here. Nice will even confirm the proxy location with this Haluk.
Yeah, it has been spotted, and yes, DaSh has to be very careful. Your force fields are going to be king. There is no blink, so if the Stalkers get stuck, it's going to be a one-way trip. Nice even threw down a defensive robotics bay. We have, robotics facility, as we do have an Immortal on the way.
Yeah, and that's really going to be nailing the coffin here. DaSh trying to get Blink as quickly as he can. No force fields here, so the Stalkers, yeah, will be able to dip in. Will be able to get a sentry or two.
Yeah, does manage to get a sentry. We do force the overcharge as well. DaSh is working on Blink, so it's going to take a little bit for that to really kick in. Oh boy, and we'll see if he can maybe even pick up that Cybercore.
Well, he's gonna try. The Immortal makes things a lot more difficult. DaSh, still no Nexus. I mean, he can't really afford to throw down Nexus. He was already committed to the one-base play here. But we'll see what he can get done.
Yeah, exactly.
Already a backup Cybercore is being built for Nice.
That's the thing. There are the force fields as well. 2 Stalkers are going to be going down. Every Stalker is so valuable for DaSh as he does bleed a couple out. He's expanding behind this, but he is down almost 10 workers compared to his opponent.
Yeah, unfortunately for DaSh here, this early game aggression has not paid off at all. In fact, it really cost him quite a bit instead.
Yeah, it really did, and from here, Nice is going to have quite a lot of momentum going his way. Now that he has a War Prism, now Nice can be the aggressor. Now he can start moving out across the map, and against these Immortals and Sentries, like, what can DaSh do?
Not a whole lot, I tell you that. Maybe if Blink was done a little earlier, he could try to warp in a sentry and use a loop to blink into the main base, but at this point, yeah, I think Nice just has way too much firepower to be able to defend against that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. As here we go, the Immortals are loaded in, or loaded out. Going to be starting to lay siege upon these Stalkers. They already almost take one of them down, and DaSh has to respect this position. He has to back off. He's going to be taking control of the high ground at least, and again, behind this, he is probing as best he can, but in a mirror matchup, he is just straight up behind. Well, what he does have available to him is a more mobile army with Blink, so he can maybe pick up a unit here and there and try to slow down the push.
Yeah, might be able to pick off this Warp Prism if it gets a little too far ahead of itself.
Exactly, it is possible to take down that Prism as DaSh is going to try and rotate around here, but he runs into the army. And again, he can't really slow this down too much. Like, Nice, he's not stopping.
And he doesn't need to stop. He's got 3 Immortals with him. He doesn't have Blink, but he has the Warp Prism, which is just as good, arguably better, because that allows you to juggle your Immortals.
Yeah, exactly, and with that, Stalker is going to be going down. The Immortals have arrived, and yeah, we just see DaSh is going to be able to just lay siege upon this wall. The gateways are falling, and sorry, Nice is going to be able to lay siege upon the wall. The gateways are falling, and DaSh, he has one fight in him, and all the force fields.
Yeah, they do catch the Immortals. The Warp Prism a little bit slow to pick them back up. But we still have 2 Immortals behind us, so everything is still in Nice's favor.
Yeah, exactly, as Nice is just throwing down additional gateways back at home. He's going for the warping across the map as well. Force fields are looking good. Cybercore is exposed, and it's just really, I don't know, like DaSh would have to come out with something crazy here to come back in this game. Something like even a Dark Shrine wouldn't work. Nice, he's ready for it. He has detection with the main army just in case that were to happen.
Yeah, he's really hoping that Nice. Really, the only way that he can win this now is if Nice makes a massive mistake, which isn't looking likely right now. GG is called, and Nice will be taking game number 1, this best of 3 series.
GG, well played. We saw that at least initially DaSh was the aggressor. He did go all in, but unfortunately Nice was able to scout really early on, right? Nice, he very quickly recognized what was happening, and very quickly he was able to prepare himself.
Yeah. Everything goes back to that one Zealot earlier on. That was a very cute engagement at the beginning of the game, you know, when DaSh was dancing a little bit with that Zealot, but the minute Nice scouted that there wasn't an expansion, he knew, I may not know what's coming my way, but I need to throw down a shield battery. He threw out 2 shield batteries, as a matter of fact. I need to get a couple of sentries. I need to take this seriously. Because if I don't, I'm going to get rolled over, and take it seriously, he did. Rolled over, he did not.
Yeah, exactly.
Or get rolled over, he did not. I gotta fix my grammar in real time.
There you go. There you go. As we have our first game in the books, we have another on the way. As game 2 is going to be taking place between Nice versus DaSh. Which way will this go, though? Again, a lot of this is probably going to come down to the map and the openers as well. DaSh, the aggression not quite working out in that first game, but you know, we definitely can go for a different kind of approach here to this PvP.
Yeah, didn't work out too well for him in game number 1, but that's why we have game number 2 on a map that we haven't seen yet.
Oh, yeah, it's looking to be Gresvan, and I think you're right. I don't think we've seen this yet today.
Not quite yet.
Also, Yaku, I like how what's been going on there? What's
it is hot.
Oh, you can take it off, Pop. You can take. You don't have to commit. It's okay. It's okay.
Really?
Yeah, it's fine. Oh,
Can I?
shaking my head. For those wondering, I hope we can appreciate Yaku's creative liberty that he did have with his background.
The Grand Platypus.
I wish you recorded yourself when you made it. I wish you made like a stream out of it and we could like hear your thought process, you know, like we could try to understand.
This was plan B.
Plan B?
I had something else. I had something else in mind for the background.
What was?
But I couldn't draw it.
What was plan
A? It was gonna
A?
be a big platypus with its mouth open.
Oh, okay.
So the Grand Platypus Open.
Ah, I see.
But I couldn't draw that, so now we have this.
This is something you could draw, huh? Yeah. God damn it.
Look at him. Look at him.
It looks like a Diglett. It looks like it doesn't look like a platypus.
Look at him, yeah? He's got his little like paws coming up on the cup.
Paws?
You know? Yeah, or whatever they're called.
So
they're like
yeah.
hands.
I see the hands. I see the hands creeping up. Is that meant to be his bill? I thought that was his mouth.
Yeah,
I thought
he's facing forward.
I thought he's smiling. It looks like he's smiling. It looks like he's like. That doesn't look like his bill.
Because he's facing forward. Because he's facing forward.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
And then you got his mom and dad.
I know what.
Or dad and dad. Or uncle and dad.
Oh my god. It's good to have you back.
Or friends.
It's good to have you back. Have you been, by the way? Have
Roommates.
you been? Have you been with your time away from casting? Been okay?
I think it's self-evident.
It's true. Oh no. It's okay. We have you back for at least a little bit.
Yeah.
How long is your break, Yaku? How long is your break?
Well, technically I'm not on break yet.
Okay.
But it'll be until September. Anyway, here we are now getting into game number 2 of this PvP. We are now on Gresvan. We're here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We, of course, have our blue Protoss player coming out from the land of the Philippines. He is, of course, going to be representing himself as he is currently teamless, but also clan TDAO? Tadao? Question mark? He is DaSh.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gresvan, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss player representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice.
Being very cautious this time, you know, checking around the peripheries of his bases with that probe.
I don't blame you. He just got one base all in, so I can I can understand the thought process here from Nice, just making sure that he is safe and sound. Meanwhile, as you mentioned yourself, because we're on Gresvan, a map that we haven't seen yet today, the PvP openers here are going to be very different, as this time there are no gate expands from anyone.
Yeah, not quite yet. And so we have double gates coming out, double gate core, Soccer Sentry.
From who?
Nice.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go double adept from StarDash. DaSh.
That's a good guess.
All right.
Typically what it is, yeah.
We'll see how they do kind of unfold here, as there are some pretty different combinations of units here in the early game of PvP. You can go double Stalker, Stalker Sentry, or double Adept, and it looks like we are both wrong. It was double Adept from Nice and double Stalker from DaSh.
Partial credit.
That's true.
Interesting choice, though. Yeah, I was not expecting Nice to want to be the aggressor this game with 2 Adepts.
Yeah, I think this tells us that Nice isn't scared. Like, he after game 1, he's probably feeling very confident. He's like, I see what you tried to do, and I'm going to flaunt my own skill here as well and try to overwhelm you. With these 2 Adepts, a very aggressive opener out of Nice, he's going to be looking to try to slip into a mineral line to try to get some economic damage done, if possible.
Yeah, and honestly, it's looking pretty... It's something that is more possible than not here for Nice. He's been doing a pretty good job of just sneaking his Adepts into base. Yes, I recognize that that's what a platypus looks like. Wish you had showed me that while I was making my background. Kind of afterwards.
Okay. What did you think it looked like?
I only had 1 brown to work with. 1 shade of brown to work with.
Got it. Don't you have Gimp? You can use Gimp. You can level yourself up.
I can.
Yeah. You can add effects.
You can.
StarDash is going all in, by the way.
I can. He is going all in once again. Yep. Very quick to block off his ramp as well. Nice wasn't able to. Nice wasn't able to dip in with his double Adepts, but look at what he's producing. Nice, I mean.
Oh, it's his favorite
This
unit.
could kill him.
Yeah, we have a Void Ray on the way, so Nice taking a very defensive position here. He has a natural on the way, but we have 2 shield batteries on the low ground. Nice, he's pretty well positioned overall. DaSh is mixing it up.
Yep. Stalkers, they're decent against Void Rays, especially if he can try to one-shot them, but getting a couple of DTs in while Nice is still undetectable, while Nice still doesn't have any detection, that could just about be what seals his victory here.
It really could, as we do have access to detection if we make an Oracle, but that's a big if for Nice. Meanwhile, DaSh is still just dancing with the army, just trying to poke down whatever he can. More shield batteries are on the way. I don't think Nice is going to be broken anytime soon. We don't really have the Stalker count yet, especially with additional Void Rays rocking up, but I feel like it's really about the DTs.
Yeah, the Dark Shrine is about to finish up in a couple more seconds. Nice still has no reason to build an Oracle.
Yeah, exactly. Now, something that could happen. He has a sentry he can force field. Not just that, he can also hallucinate and scout across the map. He could potentially get a read on what's going on, or if he sees a shimmer, as the DT is welding in.
I think he just has.
Yeah.
I think he just saw that shimmer. Great body blocking here on top of the ramp. Still needs a little bit more gas, and there's that Oracle.
Yeah, Oracle is on the way, force fields the ramp, but that does expose the low ground. We do see the Stalkers taking down one of those pylons. Overcharge is being popped, and so far so good, but that's not Chase's pylon.
It is, but it's also being healed.
It's not.
It was being healed. Now it's trying to get healed, but I think that's too much DPS.
Oh.
Not quite able to body block that. That's a lot of shield batteries immediately getting depowered. Oracle is now out, and here's the reveal.
We have the revelation does connect with both DTs. It will both be shut down. We do have additional pylons on the way looking to repower these shield batteries. Do we have more DTs behind this? We do not. Only Blink Stalkers for StarDash. Wow. And we have 12 Stalkers, a pretty impressive amount, but the shield batteries are back online.
Oh, they are back online, and they do just barely keep one of those Void Rays alive long enough to get a couple more seconds of that volley onto this cloud of Stalkers. Stalker count is still in favor of DaSh, and of course he has Blink, which is huge, but he's not as threatening as he was earlier on, let me put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. As his army is being forced back, more Void Rays are on the way. Nice. I believe he's only on 2-gate. He's only on 2-gate production, so he doesn't have the best warp-ins available to him as he does warp in another wave of units. We do have a blink forward, and we have a stasis.
Absolutely huge. DaSh's Stalker advantage has just about been nullified.
It really has, and now DaSh has to commit. He has to commit to a fight here to save these Stalkers, otherwise he's going to be losing half his Stalker count for free as the stasis does run out, and Nice just dives on this.
Like so. Pretty decent trade here for DaSh, but he's going to need more than just a pretty decent trade. He still hasn't made a natural base. He needs to end the game now.
He really does. Nice has a third gateway on the way, so he's going to be able to meet up or try to meet the production of his opponent. Meanwhile, we blink on forward, we take down another Void Ray. Does DaSh have enough to overwhelm Nice?
Barely not enough, it seems. Not when we have 5 shield batteries over here and a battery overcharge about to come off cooldown.
Yeah, and another stasis trap is thrown down, so another aggressive blink from DaSh could just be the end of him. He has to be very careful with how he approaches this.
Fantastic target firing coming out from Nice, by the way. Always targeting down the weakest Stalker, so he can just, weaken the Stalker count of DaSh over and over and over again.
You can see once again Nice pulling back to the safety of that stasis trap as well. Does take down another couple of those Stalkers, and we can see that DaSh is actually running out of units here. He's falling in supply. He needs to wait for another warp in here to really push on forward. We do have more Stalkers rocking up, a couple of Zealots as well. That's kind of how desperate the situation is as Nice goes for a defensive robo.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just doesn't really have the gas to produce more and more Stalkers. Zealots can soak up a bit of damage here and there, but nowhere near enough to really give DaSh enough of an edge to overwhelm these 5 shield batteries. Good lord.
Yeah, it's a lot of shield batteries, Papa. It's a lot of shield batteries as DaSh is going to be dancing with this army, going to be threatening that main army as well. Meanwhile, we do see Nice fully saturated. He does blink on forward. He does take down the Void Ray, but the stasis.
And Nice was trying to bait out that blink forward. Nice was trying to get these Stalkers into a stasis ward. Somehow, it didn't really work out just yet, but regardless, I still want to... You still got to favor Nice. He has the economy, he has the Sim City, he has all of the defenses set up. DaSh really needs a miracle right now to overwhelm this.
Exactly. The only thing that Nice is really missing is an Immortal right now. He just doesn't have the gas for it. He's just been warping in wave after wave of Stalkers. There we go. The first Immortal is now in production. And once that arrives, that's going to be the nail in the coffin here for DaSh as he is desperately trying to overwhelm. Overcharge is fault. More shield batteries are on the way. Nice even sending his Oracle across the map.
Hey, he knows it's not going to be useful back home. Not for the time being, anyway.
Yeah, we didn't have any more DTs, which is pretty surprising, to be honest. I wouldn't have been opposed to sneaking in a DT here or there, but now that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, DaSh just doesn't have the resources. He is still on 1 base, and all of his gas is being spent on Stalkers. GG is called, and with that, Nice is going to be our first grand finalist of Grand Platypus Open, number 92. Very well done. Very well played here from Nice. Very well played from DaSh to get to this point. Taking out Miomika in that PvZ, but I guess PvP is a little bit of a different ballpark. You know, I appreciate that DaSh was trying to do something different, right? He wasn't favoring his macro against a player who is definitely favored against him. So he tried to do something a little different. He tried to cheese his way to a bit of a victory. Problem is, you cannot sneak up on a player who has so much experience against Haas. You can't catch it. You cannot catch Nice off guard anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like Nice, he's been dealing with all-ins for the past however many years of competitive play. He knows how to defend in
basically
PvP.
His entire career.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, with that nice advances on into the grand finals, where he is going to be patiently waiting for his next opponent, as we still have a couple of updates here to gather. Miyamaika versus Silky, they may have just ended, by the way. They are now out of game, but we don't quite know the result yet, so we may already have a series upon us.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be keeping our eyes peeled on that. I was gonna say that would have been a quick game, but it's a ZVZ between Silky and Mio, so
Yeah.
we would be worried if it wasn't quick.
We would be, as we're just going to be waiting for some updates on those matches. And if it is going to be Miyamaika versus DaSh, I'm looking forward to it because it's a series that we missed, right? We didn't get to see it in the upper half of the brackets, and I feel like we need to bear witness to what the hell happened in that.
Yep. We need to see the Clown Siesta now. We need to see what the hell happened over there.
Yeah, like I do know that both DaSh as well as Leo Rusher, they do practice quite a lot with Miyamaika, so they're very familiar with how he plays. So I'm sure there's maybe some mind games that came into play as well. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what happened.